Welcome to Full Scope, a podcast designed to analyze the games that we love, the headlights of music, and the movies we can't forget. I'm host Wellington Burns, and I'm joined by a special guest, two special guests. But first off, Maurice Hendricks, Team OVO, an artist. He's going to be a future entrepreneur one day. Thanks for being on, man.
Hey man, yeah. Welcome to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And we're joined by the biggest fan of J. Cole, Shay Kidd, Team Dreamville, representing.
All
Thank you
the
for
way,
being on.
all the way.
Absolutely. Well, we have a lot of topics to get into for this one. Obviously, we're gonna do some song reviews. To start off with J. Cole's Clouds review. Man, this is a song where obviously this is his first single, 2025. He's getting back to like that wordsmith type of song. It's very like he wants to make a return. He wants to show, hey, I'm not done. I can like the Fall Off is gonna be one of my best albums ever. And I think it was clinical. Like I think it was one of those songs where he's able to get into that bag and just really go at people. But my one thing is, Maurice, you can't talk the same way that you did before. You can't talk the same way because, like Freddie Gibbs said, like, can you still talk with that same confidence when you literally backed out of a beef and you did not go for the top crown? So I liked it, but I'm saying you have to edit the way you're going to approach this Fall Off album. That's my thought on it. What do you think, Maurice?
I agree with the way that he approaches the Fall Off album, but I don't necessarily agree with this song specifically. I think this song had very excellent penmanship, some of the best we've
Oh
seen
yeah,
from J. Cole, in the last few years. And I think it's okay to talk that talk on this song specifically, I don't want the whole album to be like that because he is coming with the approach of like, you know, I'm I want to keep my friends, I want to do all this stuff. And so you can't be talking the talk like, oh, like I'll bite anybody that, tries to get at me. More so save that for like direct songs like this where he is addressing the situation or like Port Antonio, I think I
or
forgot what it's
Antonio.
called.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that. Save it for singles where you can like kind of talk that talk still, just
yeah.
to prove that you still got that pin and you're someone to be contested with. But I kind of do agree with your take on how to approach the whole album. I don't think you should make the whole album about like falling off as the greatest rapper alive. More so, just stick to what you said that you are, which is like, I want to maintain friendships. I want to maintain like
Yeah.
good relationships after all this beef is
Make that
over.
Kumbaya album. Make that Kumbaya. I'm joking. I'm joking. Shay, obviously, I know you love this song. What did you think about it? How do you feel about his approach? You want him to talk greasy, but you know there's going to be some backfires towards that.
The song was great. I loved it, of course. There's not many J. Cole songs that I don't love. But I don't think that it's gonna be like that for the fall off. I do think that I don't know how the fall off is gonna be. And I can't wait till it drops. I can, but I can't. But um whenever he says that he's the greatest rapper alive, I don't think he mean it literally. Because everybody talk their shit, everybody talk their shit. We all
Dang.
do that. Don't be
Dang,
meaning nothing for real.
I gotta edit that
Um,
out. Wow,
so
crazy.
I think when he's saying that, I don't think he be meaning it for real. I mean, he definitely is, but I don't think his ego that big to just say that and like really mean it, because I'm pretty sure, I mean, he's looked up to rappers who literally influence him to do what
as
he's
a
doing
hip hop
now.
as a hip hop lover, when you say you're the greatest, you believe you're the. I'm sorry, like,
Hmm.
come on,
I mean, you
you
always have
have to believe that.
the
You have to believe
greatest.
that.
You have to have that confidence in yourself to believe you're the greatest. I'm the baddest bitch in the world if you ask me, but there are bad
Shay,
bitches.
why are you acting so different on this episode? Like, what in the
Like
world?
I don't know
Oh
how to
my
explain it. You
goodness.
need to you need to feel like you're the greatest, but not in like in a cocky, egocentric way. You need to
Mm,
feel that way in a healthy way, if that makes
yeah.
sense.
Like
So yeah,
To you, Maurice, like, do you think like when we had my delete later last April, do you think he really like because I feel as though he was really going for that number one spot. I feel as though like he had the ability to do that. Do you think he could have done that if he would have like stuck with what he was doing, like the 7 minute drill?
Um,
I mean, obviously, I know things turned out a different way, but it's just like hindsight is 2020, you know.
yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I think J. Cole definitely has a pen, and he's a great storyteller. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
yeah.
even when I look at 7 minute drill, and just like the content on it, I feel like he doesn't have the same angle that he approaches it like Drake did, or Kendrick, especially Kendrick for that matter. So
yeah,
I think he was coming at it, and he was kind of doing like the friendly sport which Kendrick was looking for, maybe with Drake, but then again, it turned into like a real beef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to say what would have happened if, if J. Cole did go down that route. I don't think he would have ever gotten personal like Drake did or Kendrick did. I think he would have tried to keep it, at that level.
Yeah.
So I am curious to see what would have happened. Let's say it was like J. Cole and Kendrick that went at it and they kept it friendly, you know what I'm saying? I'm curious about I think if they kept it friendly, then maybe J. Cole has a better chance at kind of proving that he has the pin.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
if
But
they
if he
got
gets
into the dirt,
the personal,
yeah,
like that's just where I don't see it. I
That's
don't see
not
it.
J. Cole's bag, and so that's why he dipped
Yeah,
out in the first place.
for sure. Because
So,
when I heard that 7 minute draw, of course, I didn't know it was a diss track at first, but I was like, this is not him. That's mad crazy. Like, I was like,
yeah,
why
it was
did he
different.
fucking do something like this?
Yeah,
And yeah, it definitely wasn't like him at all. And I do agree with you, Maurice. If they would have kept it friendly, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think if all three of them was in a beat together with each other, Kendrick would have won regardless. Drake
yeah.
would not have won at all. It would have
I don't
been
know about
Kendrick,
that.
Yeah, you're talking
Kendrick, Drake
way too
Cole,
dismissively.
Drake.
Because that man really did just drop like one of the 10 best diss tracks ever in Family Matters. That's one of the 10 best diss tracks ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
I
for
mean,
him.
just look at the history though. It's not even. He's the most battle tested rapper
Yeah, he really
ever,
is.
almost. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't
Kendrick
think
was
someone
kind of
can say,
like Kendrick
yeah.
had to kind of prove himself because it's like we
Oh,
never seen
100%.
Kendrick in a battle, you
100%.
know.
And he did
But he
well,
did
bro.
what he had to do.
He
He did
knew
what he had
he
to do.
knew
Yeah,
what
and
yeah.
that's why Kendrick is way better than Drake because for you to basically take off for that long and then come back going crazy and having hits after hits, number ones after number ones, and winning hella Grammys, yeah, you're goated for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
five Grammys, bro. 5 Grammys in one night. That's
Nah, yeah.
insane. That's
There's
insane.
definitely some systematic stuff going on there. Like
I
did he
do,
really
yeah.
deserve the
Do we
five
really deserve
Grammys
that, or is the
for
system
that
against
song?
Drake? Yeah, if I'm being honest,
Yeah.
the system is against Drake right now.
Yeah.
They want to take him down.
Yeah. I'm
And
not saying he doesn't deserve a Grammy at all,
But
but I do
five
think
though,
five
y'all
is
are
a little
like egging it
crazy.
on, like okay,
Yeah.
not like us, not
it's
like.
not,
Yeah. We get it, bro.
Like
if
you got
that
it.
was a hit,
Yeah.
that's definitely a hit. It's catchy
But
too.
I'd also say this. I don't know if you guys heard the song, but Billie Eilish, "Birds of a Feather." I think that was a
Exactly.
better written song. I think that was actually a
100%.
better written song. But it just the moment. It was a moment. And is Kendrick
Yeah.
going to be able to like actually come back from a moment and not talk about Drake? That's what we want to
Yeah,
see. That's
I
what we
think
I
want to
mean,
see.
I think a lot of the kind of attention that he's getting right now with having over like 100 million monthly listeners, all that stuff, the Super Bowl performance, I think that all resulted as in a battle from Drake. If
Yeah,
that battle didn't happen with Drake, I don't think he would have got Super Bowl. I don't think he would be having the monthly listeners that he does now. It would have just hit like his last album. GNX would have hit like his last album, or maybe not. Maybe not even like his last album, because this was more of like a commercial album,
very commercial. I don't. That's
yeah,
not really one of his better
and
albums.
that's not what people expect from Kendrick. So I think the main thing that he's getting from is like exposure. After like killing Drake, he's like, okay, now I can do this commercial thing because I had the number one hit of Not Like Us. So now people can like see like, oh, like he can actually make commercial music too. Boom, album dropping his full commercial stuff.
For sure.
yeah,
So
I see that.
when do you guys think the fall off is going to drop? You think it's going to be right before Dreamville Fest? I mean, I could see April. I could honestly see April.
Yeah.
But the Dreamville Fest was the first weekend of April, so
Well, yeah,
It's getting kind of close,
it's
and he
getting
hasn't done a lot of
close.
promo
Yeah,
since
because he
like,
was doing that those
yeah,
videos might delete later videos where he was like building
yeah.
the promo. He needs to start doing that again, at least just showing us
Mhm.
something, man. Because I was getting super excited for that album. Now I'm like, he's
Yeah.
getting quiet. It's very
yeah,
quiet.
he is dragging it out, but I do feel like it's gonna be this year. If it drops before the Dreamville Festival, he's more than likely gonna promote it how he did Might Delete Later.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I can
Um,
see that.
if not, he'll probably just drop it at the end of the year.
Oh my
That's my
gosh,
guess.
don't do that. Don't do
That's
that.
my
Because
guess.
Drake's gonna drop another album, and it's just like I don't, man. No,
Yeah.
I don't see that being a good thing. I think he
Yeah.
should drop April or May, honestly. Like at least drop around that time. But the longer he waits, the more momentum he loses.
I agree.
No, so
I don't think so. I think it's that build up.
But
But
he's not
how
building
long?
anything up right now.
Yeah,
He's let the build up kind of fall off. Like
yeah,
it's literally falling off
literally
right
falling.
now. Yeah.
I don't think so.
He had it. He had the build
Well,
up,
y'all are
He
the
had the
Drake
moment.
fans. I'm pretty sure.
No, no,
We're
look.
just being
Nah.
I'm coming at this
honestly objective.
completely
Yeah.
biased from my perspective. I really do think that J. Cole lost a little bit of the momentum that he had previous. I think most of that just comes from him backing out of the diss.
Yeah.
Ever since then, his momentum has fallen because all his fans are like, "Bro, you let us down and all this stuff." You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's just staying true to his character. But because of his actions and kind of wanted to jump into the beef,
I think
that
that whole
led to
album.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that whole
yeah.
album was wiped. I think
Yep.
he's.
I honestly
I think he
agree.
wiped that whole
I
album.
honestly
I
agree.
honestly think he did. I think that sounds. It's gonna sound completely different from
I
what he
agree.
did before.
I
I
don't think
agree.
so. I don't think
Like
so.
I don't even know.
We'll
He
see.
probably can't even talk the same. Like it's like I
I
gotta
don't
really
think
go.
so. I think it's still coming. I think
No,
it's
it's still coming. I just think it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
sound a lot different
I agree.
than what it
I
was gonna
agree.
sound before.
At least some of the songs, maybe
At
not all
least
of
some
them.
of them, yeah, for sure,
He's still gonna keep some of them, but
for
I
sure.
think a lot of them he probably had to rework a little bit.
yeah. Do y'all think he's gonna drop some unreleased songs like the ones that he wrote but never planned on releasing?
I hope so. There's one that's called I forgot it. It's like on SoundCloud. I'll have to send it to you guys after. But dude, he has some solid unreleased stuff. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah, his
saying?
unreleased joints are really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So I got a 9 rating. I got a 9 rating for the Drake and Party Next Door album. What would you guys? What would be your rating for the Drake and Party Next Door album? I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna give it like a
8.
8.
8. Wow, I was gonna go lower than that.
Oh, he's like I was not feeling that.
Nah, man, it's just like, bro, I think it's content,
Now the
man.
content is not. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
I'm
say the
tired of
content.
Drake doing the same thing over and over again. This was definitely to me a burner album. Like, it's like something to test. Like, there's some theories that he's trying to test the waters with like his solo release, because UMG, like, he's trying to test the waters if he can still, hit iron while it's hot, because after the beef, he's lost a lot of fans, but his core fans are still here. You know what I'm saying? And I
We're still
and I
here.
think that's
We're
very
still
clear.
outside. We're still outside.
Yeah.
We're still outside.
But he's not hitting the same like he used to. Where if he drops it, if Drake drops an album, everybody is running away. Nobody's dropping the same week. Everybody's tuning in. Even if they hate him, they're like tuned in. I feel
Yeah.
like with this Party Next Door album, like a lot of fans are like, I don't really care. Like, I'm just gonna listen, or I'm not gonna
And
listen.
then
It doesn't really
he
matter.
did the dirty thing of stealing Melissa Ford from the Joe Budden podcast and putting her in the "Give Me a Hug" music video. I
Yeah.
mean, come on, man, you're making joke. That's
I
insane.
did think there's a lot of feelings on
Also,
it.
dude, 250K is low for Drake numbers.
I would say that it is low for him, but
250K
also
is low.
I also think with the label feud and dispute, I think that was like a big thing as well. Because
Yeah,
Universal going against Universal, that's tough for anybody, bro.
can't do it. Yeah,
You cannot do it. But I think his next solo album is gonna be one of his most important albums ever. I think this is
I
gonna be one of his most
agreed.
important ones.
Agreed.
I told one of our last guests, I think it needs to be Nothing Was the Same 2.0, like for it to like really be a comeback album.
I
So
agree.
Shay, you would give it 8. You go with an 8, right? 8 or 7, 6.
I didn't listen to the whole album, but
It was a long album.
It was,
I heard
yeah.
a few
Yeah.
from other people, but yeah, because I'm not really a Drake fan. I didn't even listen to the last album, but that last album definitely did good. I don't think his last album was that bad.
I will say the production on the album is really good
Oh, it's
and unique.
incredible.
The
Incredible.
production is unique. They killed it. And the mixing was good. But I think overall, I'm just more disappointed by the content. It's like not a surprise. But even the songs themselves, they weren't like usual Drake and Party Next Door hits. Like usually when they combine together, they like make something super, super
It
crazy.
sounded very Toronto. I'll say that. It sounded very
Yeah,
Toronto.
yeah, yeah.
But Pimmy's Dilemma, oh my gosh.
Oh, dude, bro, that's
Oh
the
my
best song on the
gosh.
album, and
I-
neither of them are on it.
I love
You
that
know what I'm
song,
saying?
man. I love that. That song is like it's even better than Yeva's Heartbreak. It might
Yeah.
be one of Drake's best interludes ever. Like it's
Yep.
incredible. Who
Yeah.
is that? Who is she? Like I need to like go see like what she's doing, bro. 'Cause,
Out
like,
of nowhere, man.
yeah, man.
She went from like 200,000, or maybe not even that much, to like 2 million or something monthly listeners. It's crazy.
insane.
We all love a good interlude. And
Interludes are fire. Interludes are
they
fire.
all really are.
Yeah.
Like, name an interlude that isn't fire.
Yeah.
Buried Alive with Kendrick Lamar, trash. Absolute trash. Get off take care. Get off take care.
Hey. That's how you feel? That's how you feel?
We gotta stand with OVO. We can't let PG Lane get too much shine, too much shine. But next our next track, Rory with Leon Thomas, Who You Are Anyway. I was talking with Shay before the episode. It really feels like a very sporadic type of track, but also like the content matter, the breakup part of it. I think it's a good single. It's a good solid single because obviously this is Rory's second album. He had the I forget what the first album was. I thought it'd be different. I think it was his first debut debut album. But I like this track. Leon Thomas, super fire. Like he's like really killing it right now in the R&B game. But to Maurice, kind of like what were your initial thoughts of this track?
Yeah, man. I mean, when you sent it over, like I was like, Rory, like that Rory? I didn't even know he made music, bro. I literally didn't know he made music. So this is the first time I heard his stuff. I guess he seems to be more like a full
curator. Yeah, he's a curator.
Yeah, producer slash curator, right? So, yeah, dude, it was a solid track. And like you said, Leon Thomas is just killing it. He's like, I'm happy for him, man, because he ghostwrites for a lot of people. He ghostwrites for a lot of. He has his hand in a lot of big artists like stuff. So I'm glad that he's finally like coming out on his own and like starting to blow up more. But yeah, it was just a really solid track and
it's different. R&B.
It's very different. Yeah. I mean, it's the sound, dude. It's the sound. It's super different.
To you, Shay, kind of what did you think about it? I know you said you heard it today, but like, what did you think about it when you first listened to it?
I really did like it. What is it called? What's the first one called? Because I forget name titles.
For this song?
Yes.
Who Are You Anyway?
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
I described it as house music, but toned down a little bit because that's what it sounded like to me.
I can see that.
But I do love the lyrics because we all know someone like that. It was very relatable. So I appreciate that a lot. And I love that he is coming out, like you said. Because I just love to see these ghostwriters come out and like not only write music, but now they're singing their songs, rapping their songs and stuff. I love that. Because then they always blow up. They always do. So he's going to do good. And I can't wait to see more of his work.
Maurice, do you think the R&B genre is like a little dead right now? Like it needs some more life? Because I feel like I think Leon Thomas, he's a pure R&B artist, Giveon, but like overall, it's just I don't know. It seems like there's something missing with the R&B genre, like we from what we had in the '90s and earlier years.
I feel like the difference is like hip hop is like or rap is kind of like the biggest one right now, right? Yeah. But I think R&B is always there in the background. Like I feel like R&B music is kind of timeless in a way that like you can go back and listen to new R&B, old R&B, all the same. It's gonna hit the same in terms of like this is like something I can just throw on and everybody can kind of like get down to. But like with hip hop, it's very like about trends and what's the current sound. But with R&B, it's like everybody's unique expression of it. But I think back in the 90s and 80s, like you said, I think R&B was at such a pinnacle and it was like the hottest thing out. And so it was like that forefront. And there were like major songs that were like R&B. So I think that's kind of what we're seeing is that since it's not in the forefront, it seems like it's dead, but really it's been there the whole time. I mean, you have people like SZA, you have Leon Thomas, you have people really killing
Shay's
the genre.
Favorite artist. She calls herself SZA. Yeah, you can she wants to be SZA. You want to be SZA so bad. You want to be SZA so bad.
It's not dead. It definitely has changed a little bit though.
I want to be SZA. I'm just a shorter and not as thick version of SZA. Like SZA's life, I love her, but
she's never missed. She's never missed on an album. SZA's like never. It's so crazy.
She's awesome, and she's such a vibe. R&B is a vibe. R&B is definitely a vibe. So yeah, I feel like it's always been there, but I do think that R&B died a little bit compared to 90s and early 2000s, even like the early 10s. Like R&B died for a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think it's getting better with people like SZA, Leon Thomas, Giveon,
even Lucky Day. I think Lucky Day is still keeping it alive. Yeah.
Money Long, that other girl. But yeah, and I feel like you know what, a lot of the women in the music industry is killing it more than the men are.
I'd actually agree. Yeah, I'd actually agree with that. Yeah,
In
that
terms
Because
of R&B or just like
for
in
R&B,
general?
I would
in
say.
general, rap
Okay.
and R&B, hip hop, all of it, the women are killing it. Like I've never seen so many men, especially straight men, rapping these females' lyrics. I feel
Mm,
like back then you wouldn't be doing that. No man is rapping Nicki Minaj lyrics back then.
yeah.
I don't think they are now.
I was about to say, I don't know if they are now anyway.
Definitely not now. Definitely
But
not.
like Lotto, Glorilla, yeah,
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 Lotto's gonna
yeah.
get a
they're
lot of
up
play.
there.
Yeah, for
Yep,
sure.
yep, yep, yep.
Everybody likes Lotto.
Definitely.
I think Lotto and Glorilla are going to be at the Dreamville Festival. I'm excited.
She's so excited. She's so geek.
I will not be here that first weekend of
Yeah, we
April.
know. We're not gonna see you at church. We're not gonna see you at church.
No,
I already know.
don't
Already
look at
know.
my Instagram. It is
Yeah,
not
I'm
going to
not.
be church friendly.
That's crazy. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.